The lives of close relatives and loved ones are like connected vessels. When one person leaves, the other is half alive, neither fully living nor fully gone. The day before yesterday, a woman who lost her husband came to me. It's unclear whether she's living or not because he left and she doesn't know what to do here. But if she knew how to pray properly and deeply perceive life, she would understand that there's no death and that we're connected in our hearts. Yesterday, after a seminar for business people, a young man came to me and said, I can't build a close relationship with my mother. I can't communicate with her. I asked, have you ever simply thought about your mother, prayed for her, wished her happiness? He said he never had. That's what close relationships are. People build close connections through prayer when we think of others and pray for them. When we try to communicate, karma comes into play, things that push us apart instead of bringing us closer. When we start communicating, pain acts through our destinies in relation to each other, and we can no longer be close. Sometimes we can, sometimes not. Sometimes a wall stands between us. So if someone wants to have close relationships with others, they need to learn to bless and pray. This actually happens not next to the person, but always at a distance. You need to be close to holiness at that moment to have the strength and opportunity to do it. Our goal today is to tune in. Now we're going to tune in, but not to sorrow. We need to tune into the energy of the Lord's love, to the glorification of the Lord's love. Her name is Radha. The root word Radhana in Sanskrit means service, selflessness. The word Radha means giver of joy. It's a Sanskrit word that sounds the same in all languages. She is the Lord's consort, like Mary Magdalene, the one the Lord loves. She is also the energy of good fortune, the energy of luck and strength that protects a person. The joy in this word is also Radha. There's a Russian name Radha that means joy. Radha is solar power. Solar power because Ra means sun and Da means to give, to grant. Or joy in Russian, Radost. Ra is sun, Dast means to give. Now we're going to learn to bless. We need to tune into the Lord's love energy that gives strength and protection. Our goal today is to tune into victory. The next year should be victorious for us. When I was coming here to you, I got caught in a big traffic jam. I wanted to arrive half an hour early, but couldn't. Got stuck in a huge jam. Then our car broke down about 1.5 kilometers from here, and we had to run to get here. It's very symbolic because the very first New Year I celebrated, when I wanted to give a blessing, I couldn't even fly out of Krasnodar. Around 4 a.m., I couldn't get a flight out of Krasnodar. At 4 a.m., I got one plane ticket and ended up taking a bus from Krasnodar to Anapa to catch my flight. When I finally flew out of there, I landed at 9 p.m. I got into a taxi with this wild driver. It was New Year's Eve, and people were getting desperate, waiting for me. We sped through the evening streets of Moscow at 200 kilometers per hour and made it in 50 minutes. I managed to say my blessing just in time. The same thing happened here. Only here I had less distance to cover on my own, but either way, it's symbolic. We need to put in effort. We can't just expect to win in life without effort. If we start together, you'll see how this power works. Right now, we just need to tune in to victory, to the idea that together we can overcome our fate. Who's going through a tough time right now? Raise your hand. You didn't come here by accident. Who's having a good time in life right now? You didn't come here by accident either, because you'll help those who are struggling, and later they'll help you. This way we'll combine our strength. We don't have much time, but I really want to repeat, I wish everyone happiness for a while longer. Now I'd like all of us to remember the purest, brightest thing we have in life. Mercy always comes through holiness. We don't have our own strength. I recently talked with a young man. His girlfriend left him. She didn't want to be with him, but he decided to wait for her his whole life. He's a remarkable person. He wants to wait for her to come back his entire life. He thinks about her constantly. But no one has the power to change fate. We don't have that power. So if we have insurmountable karma, a hard fate, a tough life, in that moment we must distract ourselves from the source of the problem. We should not think about the problem then. At that moment we must think of holiness, because a person can only be a channel for purity. We don't radiate happiness ourselves. Now we'll repeat, I wish everyone happiness, but we don't have happiness yet. We have a tiny bit of happiness, just enough for our relatives and ourselves, and that's how we barely get by in this world. We don't have true happiness, but if we learn a little now and tune ourselves properly, then we can receive happiness. Through contact with holiness, there are so many of us here, and together we will tune ourselves as indicators toward holiness. Everyone has their own holiness in their heart. Some are Orthodox, some Muslim, some Buddhist, and so on. Everyone has their own faith and everyone has their holiness. Without holiness, there's no faith. A person can't believe in God if they don't have holiness in their heart. So we need to tune into holiness. We need to tune so the heart feels this connection, to remember that holy place, that holy image, that holy name, that holy sacred scripture, that holy face you cherish in your heart, or at least simply know it's a holy face, that it's holiness. When a person tunes into holiness, at that moment a power flows through them that saves us and overcomes fate. Maybe not everyone here has experienced how this works, but I have. I have many examples where life changed thanks to this tuning, and fate changed too. Especially examples connected to this year, because this year was like an exam for me. I really had to take exams this year. I had to pray 6-8 hours a day, at least for 2 months this year, to overcome fate and go through life's trials. I felt that victory. That victory comes as a reward when a person pulls away from their problem, from their suffering, and instead focuses on purity and holiness. Because most people are very stingy with their attention. When they're suffering, they focus on their pain. They don't realize that pain isn't overcome by themselves. Pain is overcome through a pure, bright force that can flow through them at that moment, heading straight to the source of the pain. But to do this, we have to pull away. We need to tune into holiness and also distance ourselves from our own problems. Basically, we pull away from everything, ourselves and our problems. Because when a person suffers, they get stuck inside this loop of my problem and me, and they can't break free. This is called stress, which then leads to withering away, depression. A person then falls into depression because it's a closed loop. I want the problem solved, but I don't have the strength to fix it, and the problem eats away my strength. And on, until the person freezes up. They might get cancer and eventually leave their body. It's a vicious cycle, but if a person overcomes their stinginess and starts tuning into holiness, purity, thinking about holiness and repeating, I wish everyone happiness, thinking about others' happiness in that moment, what happens then? They become a channel for the energy of that pure force, and at the same time, that force fills their being and solves their problem. But they shouldn't think about it themselves because the problem solves itself when we forget about it. When we remember it, the problem consumes us, you understand? Right now, we all have a unique chance to wish others happiness this year. The only goal in life is to forget about yourself and serve others. Then a person starts feeling like a soul, eternal. Because the soul lives in service, it can't live thinking about its problems. When the soul thinks about its problems, it falls asleep. It's in a dream. And also when the soul thinks about feeling good, it's still asleep. This is what we call the dream we live in. It's a waking dream, you know, but it's still a dream, not real life. Hey, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, me too. What's good? It means no hemorrhoids, paycheck came on time, got an apartment. It means no suffering, just no bad stuff. That's a dream. Because the only real good thing a person can have is service. It's when a person starts caring for others, forgetting about themselves. But that requires pure, bright energy. Only under the influence of that energy can we stop caring about ourselves and start truly caring about people. Then a person feels real, and I came here to feel real, and for you to feel real too. Because the word happiness means to exist now, to exist, to live. To exist now means to serve. This is the energy of Radhana, which the holy person is singing about right now. This energy of service. The word Radhana means service. And it's the only source of life. We need to learn how to tune into life. I wish everyone happiness, not for myself, but for everyone else. Happiness means holiness. A holy person embodies happiness. They live in the now, not for themselves. They're awake, feeling eternity, feeling victory. They know they're living for a reason. All these feelings are signs that the person will continue living in the next life as well. It's an eternal feeling. It never fades. As long as a person thinks about themselves, their problems, whether things are good or bad, they can't be truly happy or fully awake. They're just asleep while awake. Let's try now to wake up in our hearts, wish everyone happiness, and tune in for the new year. So that this year is victorious for us, so we can overcome our fate. Always shine, shine everywhere until the very last day. Shine, no ifs, ands, or buts. That's my slogan, and the sun's. We must become the kind of people who will shine all year long. And now we bless each other so that throughout the year, everyone around us can give happiness to each other and to others. This is the power that gives us the ability to overcome. Now we're going to do a ritual. Do you know what a ritual is? Ritual doesn't mean banging your head on the floor. The word ritual comes from ritu or rita, a Sanskrit word meaning the rhythm of the universe. Now we're going to enter that cosmic rhythm, which means victory over fate, to enter this universal rhythm, the rhythm of triumph over fate. Everyone sit up straight. Try to feel the responsibility of what's happening. Shake yourself awake. Wake up the power inside you. If you can't, then just focus. First, remember holiness, then repeat, I wish everyone happiness. Because if we don't remember holiness, there will be no real happiness, just imagination. You have to remember, really remember. Remember means feeling. Like I remember how Saint Matrona blessed me. I asked her to always bless me. Every time I come to Moscow, without me asking, without me knowing, a humble young woman approaches me, simple and gentle, places a flower on the table and says, this is from Matronushka. Every time I come to Moscow, this happens. We only need to reach out once to the pure and the bright, just once, and we will receive that protection for life. But it has to be sincere. Our hearts must truly open. So let's rise up against laziness, comfort, and the desire to just enjoy this world. That's why we've gathered here right now. We're going to repeat, I wish everyone happiness for quite a while. Don't rush anywhere. We need to overcome our fate. At first, when you feel a calmness in your heart, that's the first step of victory. At that moment, don't think about how good you feel. Think instead, I wish everyone happiness. That's what you wish for all. Then you'll start to feel answers coming, answers to your life questions. But don't focus on those answers. Keep wishing everyone happiness. And then at some point, you'll feel victory right here, that your year will go well. This is an important year for you. This is a year of hard work. People will achieve victory through their efforts. That's what the coming year will be like. Those who work on their fate will be the ones who succeed, because next year it's work that will bring victory. This year was a year of prayer. Those who could think of God and surrender to Him won their battles. Those who couldn't faced breakdowns in their lives. Many have gone through their trials this year. Raise your hand if this year was very hard for you. You see at least 20% of the room. All right, everyone sit up straight. Thank you. No need to applaud now. Please, everyone, be silent. Listen carefully. I wish you all happiness, love, spiritual knowledge, and good fortune in the coming year. I wish you faith and holiness. All the very best in your life. I wish you to find the feeling of eternal love and to walk the path that is the highest calling in our lives. This path is the service of holiness and God. Now silently wish the same for each other in your hearts. Wish with all your heart, activate that inner process. Wish everyone happiness, love, and spiritual knowledge. From the depths of your heart, wish well to everyone around you. Wish everyone faith. Wish that they find the ability to connect with holiness in their hearts and overcome their destiny. I believe our meditation was very successful because I felt that calmness and beauty in the room. People's hearts opened up and they became bright and beautiful. To learn more on the subject of health and healing of the body, please make sure to read my health guide, available for download on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram page. Thank you very much, and see you soon.